Yeah. Let's go.
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 14 of the NFL EA Sports. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. One look in our final month. We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kick will not be returned. It will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he'll strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. The partner of this offense, 12-0 now, either following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing.
Oh, bullshit, man. Big motherfuckers, man. Fuck you, bitch.
They never lose again.
I ain't doing that shit.
And when you put them on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchises.
Make the catch.
Suck my dick.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Suck my dick, Steelers. Come on.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
But not before they're inside the 25.
That's a first down.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago.
Yeah.
They run again on first down, Chubb.
Get over me. Get off me.
And some determined running there as he put his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening down march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's kind of like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll firing up and take it into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator on what he told us?
Absolutely.
But some teams have script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams have script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, they stalled out the moment to go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Put that out.
All the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out and forced a turnover. Gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them. You show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd is short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say, you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. It didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards total offense given up.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Williams brings it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of the best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. Steps away.
Yeah.
And they're going to get to it. Back at the 9-yard line. Call it a loss of 5. Back to bring up 3rd down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe a high-speed offensive lineman to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he's just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit.
God damn it, man.
And he's in. Touchdown.
Pushed over and everything.
Najee Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boswell, good one.
Tie it up, bitch.
And we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. It's Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as it gets away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jim. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one good for 37 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent. and sometimes spectacular.
And that is taken in.
Yeah.
Joku.
Wow.
He'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on
Timeout.
The Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Yeah, switch it
They've
up,
got
man.
3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75. And the Browns have taken the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And Rattler's just a valid blitz in a lot of ways because you know they're motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Now Wilson on first down. Open down, there's Darnell Washington. And he is tackled inside the 49, 42-35. The Steelers first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens.
Motherfucker.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
He stopped me.
Put through by Boswell.
I would have had that fucking.
Game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good-looking return setup here. And all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage that often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Yeah, bitch, what? Little Nick Chubb up. Over there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now loud signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And again, it's Chubb. Get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now for the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Hopkins' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half. It's a golden opportunity. They go down there and put up a couple of sixes.
Goddamn fucking PlayStation 5 bullshit.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Get down, bitch.
He's going to have to get this one as down he goes. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Get the fuck down.
Takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this season because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way.
Giving me a good game, though.
That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. One that they want to fix immediately.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Definitely doing that. Get him.
And it's a fumble.
Get it.
Picked up by Bryant.
Yes.
The return is inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
They're definitely giving me a good game, though, for sure.
I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Yeah, fuck you.
Right ahead of him, Jerry Jeudy. And off the touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
24, baby.
That touchdown reception is 22nd of the year, tying him for second all time with Hall of Famer Jerry Rice, who also had 22 during the 1987 season. So just 8 kicks remaining here in the first half.
8 seconds left in the game, man.
And they're going to start
5 seconds left in the game.
as they get it out past the 30.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. They'll let it fly for Austin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Halftime.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. For the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami and see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb.
You're damn right.
He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs.
They're giving me a fucking bite now, man. For real.
Right from the word
24-14
go.
now.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have the ball to attack against it. So you come out, and that can get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 44-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they've got a home run hitter in the backfield now to take it the distance. Got a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. On the give, this is Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. There's Wilson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on the first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get into the back end of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space and let him use his leg.
Where am I playing?
Linebacker, or maybe
Where am I playing, man?
Zone blitz. He's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there. Now we're looking at 3rd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter. Maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Man, while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Boswell's kick is good, and it's a back down to a 7-point game. So 2 plays, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for his next series. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting it, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a different intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself with some sloppy tackling. Now, about right there, he ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run it again with Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw a spot, an opening, and went and got it.
But he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, needed big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. 16 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
And you gotta go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down.
Yeah.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Final 2 minutes of the game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. Here comes 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that should do it. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write it into this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in a formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah.
Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
All right. It's ended here. End it now. 31-14.
Away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense.
Yeah. They gave me a fight, though, for sure. It was tied twice, and then I just took over.